Well, hi everyone out there in YouTube and my favorite, in Atlanta and closer and outer vicinities of possible some in Atlanta and other known areas. And it's me, Alex. I'm here. I'm home at last. So I'm cold because it's like kind of very cold outside. I just got home from my evening walk, and actually I did kind of my current English speaking practice, and I'm kinda not satisfied again with what happened around our regular spot where we were like chatting about like pretty corny questions and discussing just in brief, slightly just in a tangential way, you know what I'm saying, slightly related um, to the key points of what was supposed to discuss about. And excuse me, I'm stumbling on my words and I'm doing mistakes. That's because I'm cold and I'm pretty stupid today, and I don't know, demotivated again, and I'm not actually in speaking weight just right now. I'm not in I'm not in a speaking weight just right now, and nevertheless here I am. I'm kind of became addicted to that English speaking thing of mine, and I like adore that kind of sound. Then my switch, the switch of my camera and the switch of my microphone goes up, and the process begins. As I told you previously, I'm just kind of maniac of myself, self-educating, of my self-educating thing as pertaining to my English learning process, or at last I've said that. And I'm kind of not enough for my today's English speaking practice, cause it's like it weary me too much from the very beginning, because the questions, as I said, were pretty corny and obvious, and just, I don't know, maybe I'm just a kind of depressed person. Let's things with their own names. Let's name things with their own names. I don't know. It's just the way it is. You might not know about that, but that's the things are here in my native town, and my worldview is not so narrow, I wouldn't say this way, but my worldview is changing like time by time. I see things in slightly different ways, and that happens to me. I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of a regular person, and I'm not like whining about this. I'm just telling the truth, and I'm not about like pull a punch and not to say such pretty regular things that happened to me recently, and I would say even this recent period of my life. And though I'm satisfied with my life, as I said it before, and my English is not so good today, excuse me for stumbling for almost every word, and the rate of my speech, I would estimate it, is like middle rate, and with making mistakes. It's not my best accomplishment ever, I know that, but still. And I feel like I should do my current rant in order to warm up my tone and to prepare myself to unprepared impromptu video. And it's see, this video, it's like spur of the moment thing, you know what I'm saying. I'm having a house by myself just right now for the third time in front of you, and let's call it a house for myself episode 3. Okay, let's commence. And as always in this short episode, maybe it won't be short, we'll see how it goes. In this short video, I want you not to concentrate on my ramblings, because they're pretty stupid and obvious, and as always, and even this very episode gonna be extremely harsh and stupid and silly in all the ways, you know what I'm saying. And regardless what I've just revealed to you concerning my current speaking practices of today, I must say that I must confess and admit, and I should also concede that we had pretty nice and regular meeting, and there were two regulars of our English speaking practices, Native Americans. There was Gerald, a friend of mine. He's very nice and pretty good guy as for me, and he spoke brilliant English, and how that could be in either way, taking into account that he is Native American, and I gonna see my English as high as I can place it in my life in my nearest future, and I wanna follow these activities of mine on every day on a regular basis, and that's what I'm doing in front of you now. And I'm just trying to switch the paces of my speech and trying to pronounce things very clearly, and to, like, pretending, I should say, making the right English sounds instead of rushing, and just beginning to speak trying to speak at a very high pace, as I'm doing recent times, as I'm trying at least. Excuse me again for stumbling on my words. I'm not prepared. I should say I even don't want to speak. Okay, let's make it clear. I don't want to speak at all, and something inside me just says me on my ear and whisper on me in both of my ears, though my right one is pretty bad, has pretty bad hearing, where these days I think it's got kind of something stick in it, and maybe it's like some trash. I should check it again. Okay, I'll check it, I promise. And what was I about? Let's reflect. I lost my train of thought. What it was before I began to speak about my ears, and something whispers in my ear that I should, like, practice my English regardless what kind of mood I currently have, and my mood is pretty good and pretty, I would say, let it be suffice for doing my everyday, my adorable English speaking practices. And while I'm while I'm switching my paces, I'm trying to speak very fast way, as I'm doing like on almost every my video, and switching my paces helps me to hear myself while speaking, and sometimes it spills from me in a very fluent and fast way, and after checking these videos I become clear that I'm pretty fluent person as for my English, and pertaining this language, I mean English is my second language, and I would say, being able to express whatever I want, and to speak at any topic you want me to speak about. Okay, and while switching those paces of my speech, I'm practicing my sounds, not native but my English sounds, and trying to sound more naturally for you. And some natives said once that, even not once, just 2 times I heard that about me, that I had kind of British accent. Okay, I'm so pleased to hear that, guys. And still I think that I'm not. I mean, I don't have like British accent, and who knows, maybe I have. We'll see how it goes. And oh my God, I don't know. I'm so unconcentrated today, and I'm doing a lot of mistakes. And who's gonna stop me? Just try. And I'm telling you, I'm just never stopping person as for my English. And what I gonna do today? Actually, I had I slightly thought about like making my second part of my today's video about certain items, and let it be my ping pong rocket, but not rocket, but ping pong bat. I'll show you. Wait a second. I'm rustling down here, excuse me for this rustling. I have this nice yellow package with the bright red color placed in the center of that package, okay? And here is my favorite ping pong bat, you know what I'm saying? That's from the, I guess, from the 80s or from the 90s. It's from my very childhood times. When I was a child, I used to play ping pong with my friends in our yard, and we played a lot. We were very regular at those practices, and we were very pretty proficient and pretty skillful about our sport activities, and most of all we like to play ping pong, and I'm sharing with this personal stuff with you guys. And probably I should describe this object and to practice almost forgotten words, and to sound them out in order to memorize them and to refresh them in my mind, and to place them into more deep parts of my memory, and try to use more my long-term memory instead of like short-term memory, which I use while speaking, while listening to people. Okay, let's practice my long-term memory. Okay, let's just try to recollect some forgotten or almost forgotten vocabulary that I learned when I was at school. Okay, this rocket is made of thin layer of pressed wood. I don't know, maybe it's like you may see like kind of veneer on it, and it's not exactly veneer, but it looks like, and the object are actually made of kind of pressed wood and kind of veneer on it, and I'm repeating this again and again in order for me to memorize it, not for you to get weary about my pronunciation, but for me myself, in order to memorize it more deeply. And okay, we've got here my ping pong bat, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool and pretty nice, and it's like, I don't know, even shimmering here, you know. Shimmer, it means like reflect sunshine and reflect any kind of bright light, and it's shimmering right now. See, oh, it's shimmering, magic happens. Oh, I adore that thing. And it smells like my childhood. It smells like my native home that I lived 25 or 30 years ago, and it smells very near and dear to my nose and for my brain and for my being. And it's pretty comfortable to hold it and to wield it, and as you see, it's comfortable to hold and to wield it, and it's not something specific, I should say, but still it's covered from both sides. It's covered with the thin layer of rubber. The upper part covered with the thin layer of red colored rubber, and the downside of it is it's covered with the thin layer of black rubber, as you might see, and the very central part of that wooden thing has like slightly gray tone, as you might see, because it has slightly different structure of the wood that is used here, and I guess that's for making this thing more durable in all the ways, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to sustain a lot of push, a lot of strikes, a lot of like hits, a lot of very harsh impacts that could occur to that thing during its lifetime, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's pretty clear, though I'm stumbling on my words, that nevertheless I'm trying to do my speech pretty clear. And what I should say, it has also this light yellow stick on it, and it means that this item made in Hanoi, it has the notice here, you might see it closer. I put it closer to you so you might see this one. It says, okay, it's not clear for you, but it says Hanoi, Hanoi. It's originally from Hanoi, Vietnam. I mean, it's Vietnam originated thing. That's why it's like remained very decent condition, I should say, taking into account its age. And the age of this thing is about, I don't know, maybe how many, at least, let's say, not less than 25 years, I guess. And it was made. I clearly remember those times when I was playing with this one in my yard with my adorable friends, and it keeps my memories. It keeps all that I had in my childhood. And guys, I'm pretty contented with what I've shared with you. You see, I'm stumbling on my English. I'm extremely didn't want to speak today. I should say this very honestly to you. I didn't want to speak at all, and still I did. And I am pretty contented, and I'm so satisfied that I can do this, and I can do my English regardless of any outer conditions that could happen to every person on earth, okay? And I'm pretty contented with what I have and what I should accomplish in my life. And thanks for watching. Thanks for being so passionate about current bunch of my ramblings. And guys, what I should say again, learn English. It gives you the wings to fly, and that's the way I am. See you all. Thanks for your attendance and patience, and being able to grasp what I said, and for every possible things that you might experience, and be just happy, okay? Be just happy and take care. See you all, guys. Bye.